Hello heathens, and welcome to my channel. I am Beauty Heathen, and my channel is dedicated to the exploration of paganism through the medium of cosmetics. If you enjoy this subject matter or find my content of interest, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and set that bell to all to be notified of when I release new videos. I check my analytics. I see a lot of the people watching me do not subscribe, so every subscription helps. And I would greatly appreciate it if you wouldn't mind hitting that button. If you are brand new to my channel, the main reason why I am covering this subject through cosmetics is it is because of our early ancestors and early pagans that we have cosmetics today. Some of the earliest forms of cosmetics date back to ancient Egypt, where they used carmine in order to get the red pigments that we know of in non-vegan cosmetics today. But even prior to that, even more of our earliest ancestors would use some sort of face painting for spiritual purposes. Say it was before battle, or for protection, or healing. So all in all, that is why you see me working on these heads. If you have not seen my pagan store unbagging, this is the crystal apatite, and it is our main subject today. It is beautiful. I don't know if the light is picking it up well enough. It's almost like a greenish blue color. Let me open up the So Jaded palette, see if there's a color. If you have the So Jaded palette, it's pretty close to the turquoise color. So I was going to use that for inspiration for a look today. We'll see how it goes. I am not a professionally trained makeup artist. At most, I guess you could call me a makeup enthusiast. I am a novice. This is not a channel you want to watch for reviews because, well, these heads do not have human texture or pores or anything that is going to grip onto the cosmetics. So sometimes when I'm going to apply cosmetics, it can be a little bit hit or miss, but that's not a reflection of the cosmetics necessarily. It's likely just a reflection of the head not having anything for things to really grab onto. Don't mind me, I am rummaging around looking for a lipstick to use after I do the cosmetic portion. Possibility. And nope. The other possibility. Yep. Come on, phone, cooperate. It's been a long day. It's currently about 8:30 at night. If you hear any background noise, my puppy is in the room with me, so she may make some noise. We will see. She hasn't been feeling too well today, so I'm just hoping that her tummy feels a little bit better as time goes on. I'm going to use the So Jaded palette on the eyes. I might add in some of the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette. But to start off, especially if you are new to my channel, I frequently begin with this is from an Ulta box that I got at the holidays. And it has blushes and highlighters in it, as well as some bronzers and translucent powders. I find it to be a pretty decent palette when it comes to especially the blushes and highlighters. I have not used the bronzers yet. I'm thinking today we're doing a blue look. So I'm going to do this Dusty Rose blush right here. I don't want to do anything too bright. Just trying to do a light color. After I apply the blush and the highlighter, I will start getting into my script. It can be just a little bit difficult sometimes to read and do this part. Every time I use the heads, I have to spray them with a coating of hairspray. Today I did something a little bit different. On top of the NYX eye primer that I did, before I put on the foundation and before I applied a translucent setting powder, I used the Wander Beauty Glow Head Illuminating Face Oil because it's a primer. And if you've ever seen the price on this, you might be wondering why I'm using such an expensive product on the head. Well, for a couple of reasons. One, it came from my August BoxyCharm box, and I think it has, oh, it does have a 12-month. I thought it had a 6-month lifetime, but either way, I don't wear cosmetics a lot, so if I can get use with it on the channel, that's what I'm gonna do. Just checking the brushes a bit. I had just took these freshly cleaned out of the drying tree. I'm gonna use the pink highlighter. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a light highlight today. If you have the Ulta box, these highlighters, they aren't blinding initially, but they are buildable, that I've noticed anyway. If you have it, let me know in the comments below, or if you need to know what it is so that you know whether or not you have it, just let me know if you need me to link that below and I can do that. Okay, highlighter and blush applied and on with the show. And I'm going to keep this close by so that I have it for reference of color. Let me just pick up the Bloodlust palette real quick and see if there's anything. Actually, yeah. There's a couple colors in here that I think would be helpful in this demonstration. Of course, if all my post-it notes covering the mirror would not slide around, that would be great. Okay. I am going to start with the color Dungeon in the inner crease and work on from there. If you are somebody who likes to make crystal elixirs, Apatite is not one that you want to put in water. Before I start off with the purposes and everything, there's actually, oh, that's actually a purple color, not a brown color. That's alright. We will make it work. That's my own fault. There's very few crystals you actually want to use in crystal elixirs where you put the crystal in water. especially if you have not seen my previous videos on that subject, many, many, many crystals are toxic. Many of them have minerals in them or heavy metals in them that can quite unfortunately affect your body. Please also note that anything that I talk about with regards to the crystals helping in any sort of physical ailments, it is not at all a replacement for medical advice. If you've watched anything that has to do with MLMs, especially those who have been selling crystal bracelets or anything of that nature in an effort to say that they are cures or help heal certain ailments, I am here to tell you that that is not based in science. And it is absolutely in no way, make, shape, or form a replacement for medical advice. So if you are not feeling well, please, please, please go to the doctor and don't just think that picking up a crystal is going to cure your ails. That's not how it works. I do give the physical healing aspects of it just in case it might help as a little bit of a boost, but all in all, please just go to the doctor. But most crystals are absolutely 100% not safe to consume or put in water to make a crystal elixir or crystal water. You may have seen a lot of those water containers that have a large crystal in them. Very few crystals can go in water and be safe. A few that are safe in water are clear quartz, amethyst, citrine off the top of my head. I think there might be, rose quartz I know to be safe. However, most of them are not. Most of them contain some sort of toxic substance in them. I know I'm going on with this for quite some time before I get into the material, but it's really, really, really important, especially where a lot of people are not aware of this information, that you take precautions and you try to make sure that I want to make sure that whatever I advise on this channel, you don't just arbitrarily think, okay, well, it's natural, it's safe, I can go do XYZ with it. You can't. Apatite happens to be one of those, especially that has a high toxicity level if ingested. And it can react very dangerously with your internal body fluids and things of that nature if it's accidentally swallowed. If you want to make crystal waters or anything of that nature with any crystal, even if they're the ones that are safe to put in water, I actually recommend you do something different. And keep in mind that many crystals cannot even be cleansed in water. It's more recommended that you use smoke or not even salt, even, because some of them react with salt. Let me just use this as a demonstration. This is my dirty jar from my video on Kali. But if you were making a crystal water, okay, You want to put the glass next to the crystal and have the crystal charge the water that way. So that's my recommendation for all crystals, whether they're safe or not, especially because you never know how they may have been handled. You don't know where they may be coming from. You don't know what they may have been exposed to in any kind of warehouse or anything of that nature. And with all of those disclaimers now stated, on with the actual content. Apatite is not a birthstone for any zodiac, but if there was a zodiac affiliation with it, it's related to Gemini energy. Now, you can find apatite in many colors. Some are more rare than others. This one is, of course, blue or greenish blue apatite, but there's also gray, green, yellow, and purple, which are really rare. And there might be others. I have more listed further down in my notes, I believe. And apatite is supposed to help energetically with intellect, focus, learning, clarity of concentration, acceptance, unconditional love. It's supposed to stimulate thoughts and ideas, communication, intellectual pursuits, peace and harmony, and it's supposed to help fight viruses. Again, this is not a replacement for medical advice. If you are somebody who's feeding into the hysteria about coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever you want to call it, don't just go out to a pagan store and pick up one of these stones and go, okay, now I'm protected. That's not how it works. Wash your dang hands. Please. Wash your hands, take the proper precautions, and do the right thing. Please. Apatite is a calcium. It's a type of calcium phosphate and belongs to the apatite group of crystals. Duh. That does more for me than anything else. Apatite is actually 3 different minerals depending on the predominance of either fluorine, chlorine, or the hydroxyl group. So, as you can tell with just even 2 of 3 of those elements that I mentioned, you don't really want to be putting a stone that's made up of chlorine or fluorine in any water and then consuming that water after it's soaked in it. Chlorine and fluorine, especially in unmonitored amounts, are highly toxic and can be extremely dangerous to your system, and in heavy enough doses, outright poisonous. Okay? Let's see. The majority of apatite that is available today is fluorapatite, as chloropatite and hydroxyapatite are extremely rare. Apatite has inspirational properties, the interface point between consciousness and matter. It is a stone of manifestation and promotes a humanitarian attitude, inclining the user towards acts of service and charity. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do on the eyelid. I'm thinking aquamarine. It balances the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies in the chakras, eliminating overactivity and stimulating underactivity. When used with other crystals, apatite facilitates results. Its name is derived from the Greek word apatao, meaning to deceive. This is because of the variety of colors and formations in which this stone occurs, making it really easy to mistake it for other minerals. Okay. Things are not wanting to participate today. Let me try going back to the Bloodlust palette real quick for a moment, and I can come back to the So Jaded palette after that, because there is a color in here that I want to try using for this. Let's see. And it is the Vile Serpent color. Put that right under there. There we go. Help brace it a bit. Let's see. Apatite can be found in the colors yellow, green, gray, blue, white, purple, brown, red, brown, and violet. Apatite is translucent to transparent. It is a hexagonal shaped crystal, unless it's been tumbled and shaped like this one has. Apatite can be found in Mexico, Canada, Germany, and Russia. Now herein comes the part where I have to say again, this is not a replacement for medical advice. If you are sick, go to a doctor. Please. Apatite is helpful for hyperactivity, and I hate saying this part because here's the problem. The notes from the website that I found this, and the reason why I'm mentioning this is because if somebody is looking this stuff up for themselves, I want to mention this particular point. A couple websites tout it to be helpful for children who are autistic. But personally, I find that to be an extremely, extremely harmful statement to the autistic community. While I believe it's a sort of a form of calming stone to a degree, I don't know. I feel that whoever wrote that part may have been borderline with their ethics, but that's just my personal opinion. Brushes don't seem to be working today, and I know these pigments work really well, so, I mean, look at that. I'm going to try it with my finger. I tried a new translucent powder, and I'm thinking that the translucent powder that I got or have been using just isn't cooperating well with the heads or with the foundation, or maybe just the primer. I'm not sure. I don't blame the translucent powder. This one that I have is from Beauty Bakery, but I'm just struggling with it. That's all. But it could be my application or lack thereof. I mean, there's a number of factors. So again, nothing is a reflection of the cosmetics I'm using. If things are patchy, if things are not well placed, it's on me or the head. Or maybe some products just aren't marrying together. Anyone who works with cosmetics on a regular basis knows that sometimes there's just products that don't want to cooperate with one another. That's all. And now I have a green finger. Let's see. It's coming off a little bit. So please, if you are someone who knows an autistic child or has an autistic child, please don't just think, okay, I'm going to go out and get them Apatite and it should help them act normal. That's not how it works. I'm mentioning it because I don't want... The autistic community is already harmed enough by the anti-vaxxers claiming that vaccines cause autism, when the guy who even made that data both admitted that he falsified the data and highly profited off of his own lies. So let's not add to it, is my point. Anyway, Apatite is said to heal bones and encourage the formation of new cells. It's supposed to aid absorption of calcium and help cartilage, bones, teeth, and motor skills, and ameliorate arthritis, joint problems, and rickets. See, this is what I can just hear the MLM people saying, see, it's a cure. No, it's not. I'm going to apply aquamarine to the lid using my finger. Or attempt to. We'll see. In children, Apatite is supposed to ease teething problems and growing pains. It's supposed to enhance growth, building up, and deacidification. Don't try to say that 10 times fast. It promotes fitness, a healthy appetite, and mobilizes energy reserves. Apatite encourages the formation of cartilage, bones, and teeth. It helps with posture problems, rickets, all those things I said, osteoarthritis, and joint complaints. Blue apatite is supposed to help support the immune system, help with eye problems, vertigo, dizziness. Green apatite is supposed to help the heart and assist in situations of heart disease or recovery from a heart attack, but again, not a replacement for medicine. Yellow apatite is supposed to suppress hunger and raise the metabolic rate, encouraging healthy eating. I'm not reading every single aspect because, as it is, as much as I love crystals and I love the energy that comes from crystals, I'm not really a proponent of using them for health reasons, just because I think it can be a little bit dangerous. Here we go to the more emotional stuff, which is the stuff that I tend to be supportive of, because I find crystals to help me, at least, with more mental, emotional stuff than I do them helping me physically. Apatite is supposed to help clear confusion and helps to access information to be used personally for the collective good. Apatite is supposed to expand knowledge and truth and help ease sorrow, apathy, and anger, which is probably a reason why I was drawn to it, because I've been feeling pretty angry at the world. This is not coming out at all how I'd hoped. Let me see what I can try to do to salvage this look. Maybe a look fail today, lads. We'll see. Let's try. May not end up being blue-green. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go into a little bit of Alexandrite and see if I can't get something to blend at least. Blue apatite is supposed to help release the idea that you deserve to suffer. So yes, definitely a stone I need. It helps release grief for yourself and the state of the world, helps you let go of pain, thereby allowing you to embrace peace and joy. Blue apatite is supposed to be very uplifting energy. It is supposed to assist you to gain a higher perspective on situations so that you don't become mired in emotional responses. And the stone is supposed to assist you if you have a fear of heights or a fear of falling due to present and past life experiences. So if you are somebody who does believe in past life and reincarnation, this is a stone to help heal anything from past and present, if that makes any sense. It helps you connect to your previous lives in your present life. Green apatite is supposed to help you assist in seeing and healing emotional patterns with roots in other lifetimes. Yellow apatite will help people who suffer from protective obesity. That's another one that I consider a little bit risky of a claim, but okay. For other things, apatite is supposed to increase motivation and build up energy reserves. It induces openness, social ease, encouraging extroversion, dissolving aloofness and alienation. It draws off negativity about yourself and others. It's a really good stone for meditation and for increasing clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, and past life recall. It is a powerful stone for connecting with earth energies and earth spirits, and for increasing psychic communication with animals, birds, and sea creatures. So basically, all animalian life, I guess you could say. I always tend to do better on the right eye than I do on the left. The left side is always my weakness. Let me try putting a bit of smoky quartz on the eye. See how it comes out. Okay. Blue apatite is supposed to help with communication, facilitate public speaking. Green apatite helps you feel true abundance and meaning gratitude for life, breath, and love. And yellow apatite is supposed to help you neutralize stored anger. So it could very well be that that is the stone I need. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I've talked about how certain events in my life have, for at least the last year or so, I literally was angry at the world, and not the world as in humans, I mean the world as in the universe, the spirit realm, I guess you could say. I tend to be one of those people who tries to be ever dutiful when I feel that I'm being called to do something, and when you don't ask for much and the one thing you ask to have in your life doesn't happen, it tends to make you a little bit angry. But anyway, I digress. If you are someone who works with many crystals, apatite is said to harmonize well with azeztulite, larimar, and phenakite. They're supposed to work well and in tune with one another. I actually have a piece of larimar over there that I would grab and show you what it looks like, but unfortunately it's a little bit out of reach. Right now this is looking to be a bit of a hot mess. Let's see. I guess when something is not working out so well, I guess what I can try to do is throw on some frickin' glitter. See if that helps. Just ever so slightly, and I'm going to use the color Opal from the So Jaded palette. Apatite is supposed to help the chakras become more in balance. Depending on the color stone, really affects certain chakras, like blue-green tends to help the throat chakra, which is why earlier on I said it helps with communication and openness. It's one of those points that I sometimes struggle with, and certain stones affect me stronger than others. Larimar is one of those that first time I wore it, I went, oops, I should probably not wear this too often, so I'm not saying every single thing that pops into my head. Can be a little bit dangerous at times. But all in all, it's supposed to help you balance all chakras together, especially if you're using it during meditative practices. But yeah, when it comes to working with stones of certain colors, certain chakras have certain color affiliation. Like the throat is blue, the third eye is purple, if I recall, or a lavender color. Then you have the crown chakra, which is, actually I think the crown chakra, which is on top of your head, is more of a lavender color. Your heart chakra is green. It's always the lower ones that I get confused. I think it's sacral chakra is next, and that's yellow. Then solar plexus is orange, and base is red. Or root chakra. Definitely could use a bit of help on this one. It's one of those days. But that's okay. I've done better looks. I've done worse looks. And I try to listen to Raw Beauty Christie. If it doesn't look good, just keep going. But there also comes a point where you just have to stop when something's not working. And I think this is that point. At least wise on the eyes. I'm going to skip over a lot of that because it's not pertinent. Okay, yellow is solar plexus. I was wrong. Green is heart. Blue is throat, and purple is crown chakras. That's right, I think third eye is indigo. Let's see, let me throw on a lip color. I know this is getting a little bit long, so I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to use, I think, London Fog. Yes. Put it on the lips. It's a gray color. These are from Gerard Cosmetics. I'm really, really loving their lipsticks. They're absolutely beautiful, even if you get the more unique colors. At some point I want to try mixing different colors together and see how they work. That's the fun part in cosmetics, is you can always experiment and see how things look together. My only addendum is be careful when mixing different brands, because you never know if they're going to interact with one another. But anyway, I hope this video has imparted some knowledge on the stone apatite, and if it is a stone that you feel resonates with you, I highly recommend visiting your local pagan store or metaphysical store or crystal store and picking up a piece. I have to say, it's a stone that I personally love the energy of, and it's one that I've had before and my stone broke, so that one was, I think, done with me at that point. But, and again, do not go out based on how these cosmetics look on these heads for how they work. These lipsticks are gorgeous, and I've put them on my hand before. They have beautiful pigmentation, and they can look really stunning with different things. But today's look could have used a little bit of work. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, even with the look fail, and you want to see more like it, where I talk about crystals, please don't forget to go ahead and leave a comment down below. And until next time, I wish you love, I wish you kindness, I wish you joy, I wish you peace, I wish you patience, I wish you happiness, and most of all, I wish you brightest blessings. And until next time, blessed be.